All right, let's bring in Florida Congressman Jimmy Patronis in Florida for more to talk about all of this. Congressman, welcome. Always good to see you. So look, I hate to be that guy, but the reality is a large part of your population there in Florida are senior citizens who are using these sorts of medications and who are having to make those decisions sometimes between groceries and medications because the cost has traditionally been so high. So I'd love to get your thoughts on what President Trump is doing here.
So Trump is doing what Trump does best. He uses his bully pulpit to get transparency directly to the consumer. And this is what he's doing. He is taking out the middleman as he is going to try to make the good generic drugs and then also a lot of non-generic drugs in a competitive, transparent format on a website, which, you know what, that gets the attention of all the players in that space, all the distributors, all the manufacturers, anybody who wants to be in favor of trying to take advantage of his transparency. They're going to have a low price in order to be on that website.
Indeed, Congressman. I think it's very interesting what he's doing. I was looking over the website earlier, and it's pretty amazing some of the things the cost that can come down when you use most favored nations. So this is common sense. It's been, I think, long overdue. I want to shift your attention, Congressman, to the House, of course, where you sit. It's set to vote on the Save America Act. The bill would require all states to check for both citizenship status and photo identification before allowing voters to cast ballots in elections. Democrats have been fiercely opposed to this measure. So, Congressman, what's the likelihood that this bill will pass the House as it stands right now?
Well, I think it will pass the House. The SAVE Act has already passed the House twice. The Save America Act's got a little extra provision into it regarding a citizenship check also at the time that the voter registration is provided. So we probably, if I'm a betting man, we're going to jam the Senate. We're going to get it out. We're going to send it to the Senate, and the Senate's going to have to deal with this. And whether it's to break the filibuster or they're going to invoke cloture, this will be sent over to the Senate as we're done playing. And it may get attached onto something that is going to be a must-have bill. So we'll wait and see. But it's too important. Our elections are too important. It's the single most important right that you've got. And we need to make sure that we ensure that there is integrity in the voting process.
Congress, now that you and your colleagues have gotten the appropriation bills over the final hurdle and signed, you're able to shift your focus to other business. What is that business? Where is the focus right now? And I realize that you guys can do more than one thing, but I suspect that some of the focus or some of the hopes of the body is probably pointed in one direction.
Sure. So look, we still feel focused on getting health care prices down. Obamacare is broken. This is something that Speaker Mike Johnson was focused on wanting to do this year. But as you continue to have disruptions from the Democrats, because all they've got is to try to find a way to fight against the president because they have no solutions. Me personally, I'm going to push the PROTECT Act. We want to repeal Section 230, want to be transparency and remove the liability protections that big tech and AI has been standing behind. That's been poisoning our kids. It's a digital fentanyl. So, I mean, there's going to be a number of pieces of legislation in play, but the Save America Act will be a priority. Healthcare is going to be a priority. Me personally, we're going to work on protecting our children.
Congressman, I want to turn your attention to something we talked about last hour, and that's the public testimony of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Are you for that? Do you believe that transparency is necessary? And if so, what would you expect to be seen in terms of what should be asked of them that the public needs to know? Yeah,
look, the Clintons thought they were above the law. You know, they were subpoenaed and requested to come testify in Congress. They, tried to say that, they were not available, that they were above this. And then ultimately we were going to find them in contempt of Congress. We got their attention with that. So now they're going to come around. Again, I love transparency. As long as transparency is in play, the public has nothing to be concerned about. They can come to their own conclusions because they see the facts for themselves. Representative government digging into the issues, and especially just like the image you've got with the global initiative that they have got. How much of the money that they received through the global initiative was tied to Jeffrey Epstein? And was it clear and transparent? And were there strings attached? And was there anything criminally involved? I think the public should deserve every opportunity to get to the bottom of it.
Congressman, really quickly, 15, 20 seconds. As we look forward to the midterms, are you at all concerned about you and your colleagues being able to keep your majority? Obviously, the results in Texas have given some people pause recently. What are your thoughts?
So when you pass legislation like the One Big Beautiful Bill, the true impacts of it are not going to happen overnight. So you're going to see probably the first real wave. We already seen relief in gas prices that are historic, but you're going to see the first real impacts of the One Big Beautiful Bill with tax day after April 15th as those tax refunds start coming out. The American public cares about the economy. They care about balancing their budget and the household budget. It's not going to fix overnight, but the One Big Beautiful Bill has put so many things in motion that ultimately, once it starts to really hit the household, we will then make sure that we have the policies out there that are showing that we care about making sure that our citizens spend their money better than Washington, D.C. does.
Congressman Patronis, we'll have to leave it there. Appreciate you being here with us. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Congressman.
Thank you.